Start with the four great bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. And we'll start with our 15 minutes of seated meditation. Chant the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. Good to see everyone tonight. Tonight, the Dharma will be brought to you by our Dharma brother from stormy, Rhode Island, Kevin Haysong.
Good evening, all. Tonight's topic is being of service versus being of help. I was in a meeting listening to some side chat. And in the meeting, I heard one of the speakers differentiate between the phrases being of service and being of help. The difference, as it was pointed out, lies in the reason for the act. And as I researched this further, I began to understand the deeper meaning. Sri Chinmoy, an Indian spiritual leader, states that the moment we use the term help, a kind of egocentric idea enters into us. If we help someone, that means they are, or we are, in a superior position, and the person we're helping is not. When we help, we feel that we are one step ahead or one step higher than the ones that we are helping. But when we serve someone, then we offer a capacity with humility on the strength of loving concern and oneness. So let's use the proper term of service. I liked what I read, so I did some more research and I came across a wonderful article. Rachel Naomi Raymond, she's an MD, Associate Clinical Professor in Family and Community Medicine at UCSF and Medical School, and co-founder and director of the Commonwealth Cancer Health Program. I couldn't help but laugh, not when it's ended, at the fact that she's part of a health program. But she is the author also, as a Buddhist, of an article called Helping, Fixing, or Serving. If you haven't read this article, I highly suggest looking for it online and giving it a read. And in the article, in which she adds a third option of fixing, she states that helping, fixing, and serving represent three different ways of seeing life. When you help, you see life as weak. When you fix, you see life as broken. When you serve, you see life as a whole. Fixing and helping are really generated from the ego. And service is the work of the soul. It's your true self. So while it may seem like semantics, helping and serving represent different ways of seeing the life of those you give assistance to, and whether you're doing it for them or yourself. Again, when you help, you see another as weak, not the same strengths you have. Are you then helping them for your sake? That's helping is not a relationship between equals. When you serve, you see another as a whole being, as an equal. So, shameless hint, if you're looking for instant gratification out of the act that you're doing, you may be in the wrong road. Service rests on the teachings that Buddha gave us to give service to those that suffer. When we serve, we make a connection with the spiritual level. There's no difference or duality. All suffering is our suffering. All happiness is our happiness. As we awaken in our Buddhist practice, the urge to serve comes forward naturally and without doubt as we embrace a new way of being able to look around us and see others. Gil Frosdale, a Buddhist, in his article called The Joy of Giving, Generosity, and the Instant Karma It Generates, discusses this in the terms of giving of oneself. He states, The Buddha stressed that the spiritual efficacy of a gift is dependent not on the amount, but rather on the attitude in which it's given. A small donation that stretches a person with little means is considered of greater spiritual consequence than a large, but personally insignificant donation from, say, a wealthy person. But at its most basic level, dana, a Pali word for giving, in the Buddhist tradition means giving freely without expecting anything in return. The true act of giving is purely out of compassion or goodwill, or the desire for someone else's well-being. Perhaps dana is more about how we are than what we do. Through generosity, we cultivate a generous spirit. Generosity of spirit usually leads to generosity of action. But being a generous person is more important than any particular act of giving. After all, it is possible to give without being a generous act. There's a fiction commonly held by many that we can only serve others when we have enough resources, such as time, funds, mental, emotional, spiritual stability to do so. I'm not sure if I prescribe to this belief. I believe that when we serve, there is a force that provides a support for us. Some call this in the newer generations paying it forward. I just kind of think of it as karma, but whatever you want to call it, I believe it exists and it's real. And I like to think of it more like the Tao. For me, this is one of the laws of nature of sharing. Sharing a service come from within. One of the spiritual tools in our Buddhist toolkit that we buckle up and belt on, hopefully every day. And, we help that by all in samsara to initiate happiness, tranquility, and appreciation in our lives, regardless of our own personal circumstances. However, it's funny, when you're of service, sometimes it improves your situation as well. Interesting how that works. Other authors have actually talked about this in their good works as well. Kahlil Gibran, author of The Prophet, speaks of this when he says, everyone has a purpose in life, a unique gift or a special talent to give to others. When we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit, which is, of course, the ultimate goal of all goals. Deepak Chopra states, when you combine the ability to express your unique talent in service to humanity, then you make full use of the Lord Dhamma. And coupled with experience of your own spirituality, the field of pure potentiality, there is no way you will not have access to a limited abundance, because that is the real way abundance is achieved. It's not temporary, it's permanent, because of your unique talents, your way of expressing it, and your service and dedication to your fellow human beings, which you discover through asking the question, how can I be of service? Instead of, what's in it for me? So it tells, therefore, as we go through our daily lives, is to cultivate this practice that connects and binds us to what we are already connected to. So Master Samsan used to speak of service. And what he would say, only don't know. How can I be of service? It's really not more complicated than that. Thank you.
Thank you, Haesong. We will go back to our next 15 minutes of seated meditation. We'll chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, till no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great right mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Pada Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva. Gate Gate Pada Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva. Gate Gate Pada Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva. So now we will do our personal dedications of merit. I have a couple of names, and I will leave some space for you to add your own. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone. Those who are ill, who are at war, who are hungry, and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Perry, Mike Gingy Wood, Agnes Gartland, If you'd like to add anybody yourselves.
Raymond Green,
Emily Epstein.
Jennifer
Bill
Daniels.
McDonald. Sorry.
Jennifer Daniels.
Bill McDonald,
Keith.
Any other?
Joanne and Bailey Sheridan. And all the people who are suffering from the war.
Any others? All beings in 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. And we'll recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Hengdal?
Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings, in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature. Do not squander your time by night or day. I'll extinguish the candles now.
nice job on the talk, Dad.